Good morning. It's 10 o'clock. It is the 26th day of February, 2021. It is a beautiful, sunny spring morning. Why are you inside watching me talk? Go outside and play. I am your grubby guide to all things gaming, and it is time for, as promised, our second look at Andromeda 2500, a game I play tested way back in 2004. We played about a couple games of this. Now, I thought this was the complete game because I'm old and I don't remember much, and this is all I ever had. And then it's just been sitting on a shelf for years over at Seth's Games and Anime. And then I went and looked back at it again, and I thought, yeah, I remember playing this. This was, but apparently there is a second book that explains all the stuff that the first book doesn't explain. Poor choice. Poor choice. I guess they're going for the Player's Handbook, DM Guide, Monster Manual thing. But that's a huge investment for a game with no backlog of fan base and very little going for it. So that was a poor choice. You should have put everything that you needed to know to run a game in the first book and then have the additional, well, you don't need this, but here's some more stuff in the second game. So everything I should need to run an Andromeda 2500 game should be in here. As it is, this is pretty much all character creation. And as we've said before, it's an interesting character creation system because it gives you lots of options. So it doesn't just pigeonhole you to just do this. It's whatever. Here's like 5 different ways you can create characters that we thought of. Pick the one that fits your game the best and use that. I like that. As long as everybody agrees ahead of time, that's the method we're going to use. There's a couple alien races you can pick. Every race has an advantage and a disadvantage. And then, of course, we get to the really heart and soul of the character creation, which is the powers. So again, we talked about this the last time. There's a couple different powers, and I don't know if you can stack them or not, but it's, what is, oh, I forgot the word. Super soldiers, basically, enhancements. So one of the ones is you can buy enhancements, like adrenaline boost, computer link, enhanced memory, mental shield. So basically, this is, you know, if you want to make a more super soldier character. Then there's also bionics. So, and the bionics are like, you know, arm, leg, skull, eye, reinforced things, microchips, plants. So that's your second thing. And then the third thing is your actual super power. So these I think are called just mental abilities and physical abilities. And that is, and then I think also racial abilities. And that is the hugest, largest section of the game, taking up all the way to the beginning of the skill section. So we're looking at, starting at page 65 and ending at page 123 are all the superpowers. So basically this is a superheroes in space game with aliens. We have a sort of meta plot of, you know, mankind is roaming the universe trying to find a new home, nothing, you know, traveler, extent, expanse, Eve, you know, stuff like that. There's an enemy out there, you know, there's friendly aliens. You're all members of sort of a Starfleet kind of special forces, intergalactic marines who are going out there ahead of everybody else and keeping space safe. You go off and have all sorts of spacey adventures, you know, rescue, stop pirates, search collapsed spaceships, discover lost alien civilizations, get in big space wars. But then you have um, 60 pages of superpowers. So obviously the heart and soul of this game is its superpowers. Now superpowers are based upon points. So you can buy points. You can buy a superpower for a certain amount of points and then raise the superpowers. And they're just a ridiculous amount of superpowers from the, like, you know, normal everyday stuff like double jointed photographic memory, which falls under the augmentation, all the way up to, like, you know, time travel and molecular manipulation. So, you know. Now, I can't find anything that says you can have all three. And I can't find anything that says you can't have all three. So I guess it just means about your character can choose any one of the 4 special ability categories: attribute enhancements, bionics, mental abilities, or physical abilities. After you choose the category best suited for your character, turn to the appropriate section. Remember, there's no difference between Method 1 and Method 2 when it comes to special abilities, as they are the same for both. So you get your little points, and you spend them. You can choose Super Soldier, bionics, mental abilities, or physical abilities. But there's nothing in here that says you can't take more than 1. It says you're supposed to only take 1, but we know how players think, and they're going to take more than 1. I sent an email to James Earwicker to see if anything has ever happened with the game since 2004. I never heard back from him. There is still an active web page, so and it's 2021, so that's, 20 some odd years, 18 years, with art on it. I guess there's at least one expansion out there for Andromeda, plus the combat book. Other than that, it's kind of a role-playing mystery. I don't know if he ever did anything with this. Apparently, he lived here in Ventura at some point in time because he play-tested it, including with us at Seth's Games and Anime. He also play-tested it in San Diego, Santa Barbara, here in Ventura, and at Seth's. So, and that's it. If you are interested, check out his webpage at Andromeda2500.com, or you can contact him through his address at iunverse.com. Other than that, it is a mystery. A very interesting superheroes in space game. D20 system looks very simple. Lots of options of how to build the character, which I like, as long as everybody agrees we're using Method 3 or Method 1. It definitely gives you more control over, the direction, stats-wise. Then you have this amazing correct collection of superpowers. Very well explained, magnetic foothold. This is what it does. This is how much it costs. This is how often you can use it. It's not as well written as Heroes Unlimited for description of powers, but so far in my history, there is no game that has done as much love for description of superpowers as Heroes Unlimited. It's still the top, which is why, as always, I say, if I'm going to crib a game for superpowers, I'll crib Heroes Unlimited. That's it. That's all I know. There's a second book. I'm looking for it. I don't know if I'll get it, but it'd be interesting to know more about the combat system, especially the space combat. I played it like 2 or 3 times. I remember liking it. I remember we all thought it was a little overpowered because, it was superheroes in space and everybody was picking like the cool powers, and basically it just became a superhero game, which maybe is what it was supposed to be. I don't know. Other than that, who knows what became of this game, became of the creator. It's just nice to see weird little quirky, small press, one-shot role-playing games pop up every now and then, especially because I had a part in playtesting it. Not that I remember much about it. It's not like GURPS or Cyberpunk, but still. So there we go. Andromeda 2500 by James Earwicker. If you ever stumble across a copy of this, you can probably get it for like $3 to $5. I think it cost me $5. And I'll sign it because I playtested it. So remember, I'll sell out. Anyways, I'm your Grumpy Guy Doll Things Gaming, and that is our second and last review at Andromeda 2550, unless I can find the combat book. If you appreciate this content and want to see more reviews of role-playing games, comment down below. If you don't want to ever see me do this ever again, comment down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 500 subs by August 4th, and I'll do something crazy. And if you're planning on unsubscribing, let me know why, because I can't fix it if you don't tell me what's broken. And until then, I will talk to you later. Space madness, madness, madness. It was Agatha all along.